All right, so let's start with the first video of this. And in this first video, I want to get everything set up. I want to get all the Houdini setup, the Python setup, and probably get something showing on the screen from the website already. As I mentioned, this is going to be, as I mentioned in the first video, if you didn't see that, go see it. It should be somewhere here on the side, on the playlist, somewhere. You know how to use YouTube, right? Okay. This is going to be based on the Polyhaven site specifically, and it's going to be really similar to what the bridge tool does, the quicksort bridge. Hopefully we don't get any trouble. The Polyhaven site is CC8, and they do have an API to access their website, so that gives me confidence that we're not going to get in trouble. If you are from Polyhaven and want to support us in a way, like just saying we are okay, that is the support I want. Just say we're okay with that. Just let me know. We don't need anything else other than that. Hopefully everything's fine. Licenses are gonna be fine. So plan for today: getting everything set up. Explain how I set up tools in Houdini. I'm looking at Houdini over there, and how to make a pie panel out of that. Have something just simple up on Houdini, and maybe display a thumbnail, an image, or something that we can just show. And if we do that today, that's gonna be great. All right. Let's get coding.
All right, welcome to my lab. Look at that. That's a really nice lab. All right, so let's start. So I have Houdini here. Hopefully you can see the interface, letters, etc. I mean fonts. I made it a little bit smaller than usual because it was maybe a little bit too big for me. But all right, so what are we going to do? So let's go to Polyhaven. She said word that confused me. Haven. I just learned yesterday how do you say that. It said Haven. So Polyhaven is a really amazing site. It used to be called HDR Haven, Texture Haven, and Models Haven, and then just change it to Polyhaven because poly means multiple, and they have multiple things. Yay! Awesome. All right. So they say this is the public 3D asset library, which is great because we're gonna use it. Thank you, Polyhaven, for doing this. They are amazing. I have supported them in the past. On Patreon. If you want to support them, they are amazing people. Go ahead and support them on Patreon, please. Their assets are 100% free. CCO, which is, if you don't know what that means, is this is public domain, basically. So CCO is public domain. You can use it for anything, for commercial stuff, and it's awesome. A lot of people use it. A lot of people and companies support them. You can see even they had epic mega grants and stuff, which is amazing that they do that. They totally deserve that for sure. This is a ton of work to do all these things. And I think they are doing now a short film as well. So if you want to support them on that, go ahead here. You can click here, support them on Indiegogo too, so they can do their short film, which is amazing. All right, so Polyhaven, we're gonna do something like this. Again, we're gonna not copy, but very similar to Bridge. Quixel. I need to get this microphone out of my face because I can't see my keyboard and I'm gonna be typing. So we're gonna do an application similar to this thing, which is gonna be showing us the images. Where is it? There's not much Seems like there's not much images of it. I don't even know if I have it installed here. Bridge. It seems like I do. Let's see. What is that? Man, I'm on Linux, by the way. I am using Pop OS, which is amazing. Yeah. So similar to this thing, it's gonna be an asset browser, but it's gonna be embedded in Houdini. I had an asset browser for Houdini. I mean, an HDR browser for Houdini before, and I've done a few of them. But this is gonna be a totally new one. Okay, so we're gonna start, as I mentioned, with the HDR section, and probably I want to show something like this in the tool as well. Maybe have this very similar to this. We might want to not display everything like this in one go in Houdini. We might want to choose one of these categories first, maybe one small category or something. I don't know. We'll see where we go, what happens. For now, we want to start setting up stuff in Houdini. So I'm in Houdini 19, and you should be using by default now the Python 3 version. I'm gonna do it in import Python 3. Should be pretty simple to do the Python 2 version if you need to do that, but I'm gonna be doing it for Python 3 exclusively. So if we go here to one of these panels and open the Python, it's on miscellaneous Python panel. If you don't know, this is the Python panel. You can do your own interface stuff and have some amazing stuff. So actually my Mix Explorer seems like it's here, but it fails because that is an old Explorer and doesn't work with Python 3. As you can see there. Actually, it says that it's only missing some parentheses on print. There's some other ones here. There's a Vex editor. All these things are outdated. I have my project manager. That does work. I can show maybe some of the projects from my classes. You can see, yeah. Click here and but this is one that I built. We're not gonna use that one. The asset browser is another asset browser there. Cool. A whole bunch of things here that just fail because I haven't updated, because I don't really want to. I don't need to update those. Okay, so we don't need to really set a project or anything because we're gonna be working on Python, but this is gonna be what we want to do. Let's go here to this gear, create a new interface. Also, I'm not gonna be teaching you Python in this class. If you go to the channel, there are some Python lessons here free in the channel. I have one video there, so you can take that one, and it will be really helpful for you to get started with Python and then follow this, or just see other classes on YouTube and you'll get there. It's pretty cool. All right, so this is gonna say, where do you want to save this? I'm gonna save it in the default path. I don't want to have it in the default py panel. I'm gonna create my own panel, and I'm gonna call this PHP for Polyhaven browser. That's gonna be it. I mean, for now, we're gonna start with the online stuff. If later we wanna make it support local HDR files or anything that you have on this, we can do that. But for now, we're gonna just start with that. But I guess I'm gonna add mix, which is me, right? Mix PHP panel. I'm gonna call this the asset mix asset browser. The name is gonna be lowercase mix asset browser, and the label is gonna be mix asset browser. Cool. We can add an icon if we want. Let's see, let's find an icon here. What is cool? We can change this anytime later. Just let's see if we can find something cool that refers to assets. There's tons of icons here. We can also add our own icon, but I love that little box there. I'm gonna use that box. Why? I like it. I'm gonna use that box for now. It's not gonna even show anywhere, just here in this menu, but for now it's cool. I'm going to do that. I'm going to grab all this code here and delete it. And I'm going to apply, and yay, we have it. We can see and try and see it here, and it's not there. So let's go over here to the next section. You can see there's a bunch of panels. Side effects is doing a bunch of panels, which is great. Let's find our panel mix. Okay, what I call this? Mix asset browser. Let's put it over here. I have a bunch of separators here for some reason. Let's just delete those separators. I don't know why I have so many separators there. I don't know why. Let's just have that. I'm gonna apply, and I'm also gonna go here too. This is the toolbar. She's gonna show here now. But if you want it to show in this section, you need to go here and do the same. Again, not sure why I have all these separators there. I don't know. I don't know. Let's asset browser, put it on the side here, apply, and now you can see there it is. Yay! Okay, we have that guy there. We want to see it here. It's gonna fail. There's nothing on it. Of course it fails. All right, so let's go back here and let's see. I'm gonna see some of my other things that I've done, but you can also check the ones from side effects. This is my asset browser, which is adding some things. Armory player. Oh, that's an old one. Log viewer. This is a side effects one. What else here? Motion clip mixer. Oh, nice, right? Oh, mixer panel. Mixer pane. Right. All right. So we need an onCreate interface thingy. So let's go to my project one. What are you? Project Explorer. We can use this. Where is my, there's the one from labs as well. So you can go and study those and see what they're doing. Right? Okay. So let's just use this code for now, and let's copy. No, don't paste. Copy. What is that? Let's copy that and go to the one that we are making, Mix Asset Browser, and paste it. I'm gonna delete this part and this part. I'm just gonna leave that. So this is gonna be a utility section, so we can reload the project as we're doing it. This does not need to be on the final product. You can remove it, but if you want to leave it there, it's fine also. So we're gonna create. Let's see, what are we gonna create here? Let's go to your Houdini preferences here. Whatever you have your Houdini preferences folder in what is that called? Windows. It's in my documents, and then Houdini 19.0, sorry. 19.5 is not out yet, right? You can also get it from here in Houdini. It's home Houdini home directory here. If you run that command, it tells you where it is on your computer. So I know, for example, on Mac it's some really weird location. So if you can't find it, run this command here in Houdini and you should be able to find it. Also, I recommend you have a Python shell here in your interface, because we're gonna be having a ton of errors in Houdini. So we need to see the errors here that is gonna print, our interface is gonna print, so we can see them and fix them. Programming is all about fixing errors, right? All right, so let's go here, and here we need to create a folder. If you don't have a folder here, you can see in Python panels, there's our panel that we created. That's great. We want to create a folder here, and it's gonna be called. For now, I'm gonna put it here. You can put this anywhere in your computer, just for making it simple. I'm gonna put it here, but this can really be anywhere, and then you just link to it. But I don't want to link to it right now, so I'm just gonna call here Python 3.7 lives. That has to be called exactly that. Create it. Inside of here, I'm gonna create a folder, and I call this Mix Asset Browser. Mix. What do we do here? I'm gonna create a. Should I create a context here? Nah, I'm just gonna call Mix Asset Browser. I'm gonna call it like that. That's the folder. Inside of this, I'm gonna create one folder. I'm gonna open. I'm gonna open code here, which is the Microsoft Visual Studio Code. Just right click on there and open it here in this folder. And I'm gonna create 2 files here. I'm not gonna use this for coding. I'm gonna use PyCharm, but I might use this for simple stuff like this. But I'm not gonna use this for coding. If you want to use Visual Studio Code for the code part, it's fine. It's a good editor. I'm just used to PyCharm, but it's fine. So I'm gonna create one file here that is called init.py, which just makes this folder a package. Sorry. And then I'm going to create another folder, which is going to be the actual asset browser main file. Basically, we might get split it into different files, but this is going to be, let's say, the entry file. Okay, so that's the file that we need. I just needed those 2 files there, and let's just put something here. Let's just print hello from the asset browser land. Yay. All right, so we're just printing something, nothing fancy or whatever. Let me so what is happening here? We're creating a package here, which is called the Mix Asset Browser, which is going to contain all our files. So if you want later to share this with somebody else, with your friends or whatever, just copy it, send it to your friends by email, and they are going to be all happy and have an asset browser. Right. So we're basically creating a package. So it's just basically everything is contained. And Houdini is not going to have any code related to the asset browser. It's only going to point to it, and that's going to be it. The Py panel is going to just point to the location of this. It's going to load that, and everything else is going to be outside of Houdini, which is great. That's how side effects does all their stuff. If again you go here, open one of these. This was, for example, you want to save, save. You can see that you don't have any code here. All the code is basically outside of it. You just have these functions that call for different actions, but all the actual code is somewhere in the Houdini folder, right? So that's what we're gonna do as well. So let me. Oh, sorry, that's not what I want. This one. So here, so now we're gonna import that stuff that we created. Let me make Houdini a smaller. So where is it? Here. So we wanna import from Mix Asset Browser. Let me just copy that name. This microphone is so big and in my face. From that, we're gonna import Mix Asset Browser, and this basically is the folder, and this is the name of the file. So basically, this is the package, and this is the folder we are importing, right? And this, again, as I mentioned, this is the re-import or reload library that we want. And then here, let's just do something that doesn't exist yet, but we're gonna say Mix Asset. Again, I have it on my clipboard. Let's say it's gonna be called Mix Asset Browser. Now we need to create a class with this name on the file, but for now, just gonna do nothing here. But maybe we'll get the print here if we're lucky. So you can see this doesn't exist, so it's gonna complain. We might already could just close this and be done with this. This is all the code we want to actually embed into Houdini. But we'll see. We'll get back to this if this works. Right now you can see it says that the module doesn't exist because it is a module. I was calling it a package, right? I call package and module. So it says it doesn't exist because we created this after Houdini was open. So we need to close Houdini and open it again. So let's close Houdini. Let's hope that this works. It's open Houdini and I don't have water and I'm gonna be speaking like crazy. That's great, right? Yeah, it is totally great. Alright, so Houdini did something. Let's open our Python panel again. And here, let's open our, what is it? Mix Asset Browser. And look at that. We have the print there. Step 1 done. Yeah, baby. Cool. So seems like we have some issues there because it did import the file, and since the file just have one line, it prints. But seems like we have some issue because what is it called? What is it they're looking for project? So let's go back to this thing. And oh yeah, look at this. I left this name here. We want to copy this name and put it here because that's the thing that we want to reload. And this line is really important because whenever we change stuff on the file and refresh it here, this is gonna reload it. If you don't have this, you're gonna have to close Houdini and open it again. So it's better to have this. It's better to have it. So you can see, we can see one example here right now. If I go here and say, hello from the other browser. Hello from hell. And we save that and click refresh here. Look at that. Hello from hell. It's working. All right. So part 1 of this is working. So let's now make something work here because Houdini is saying that it's not finding some things here. Okay. So, right. Let me open my, where is my, let me find the code for one of my projects because I always forget how to do this, but let's find it really quickly. Really quickly, I say. Let's see, Python. Let me open code here. I'm doing this in my other. I have so much projects, but this is the project browser that I was showing you there. So what we need to do is something like this: create a class and give it. We just need a class that returns a widget. You can see on the actual here in this function is expecting a widget, and this widget is what is going to be rendered here. So anything that you return from here that is a widget is going to work. So that's what we want. We want to just create a class that returns a widget. In this class, this is going to be a class that is a Qt widget. So that's what we're going to use. Also, I don't want to use, I'm always using this PySide, but Houdini uses some of their own libraries, which is like this, hutil, Qt stuff. So I'm gonna stick to the Houdini, I guess the Houdini, what is this called? Convention. the way they do it. So let's open some of the Houdini projects. Let me go to here. So I'm browsing the Houdini installation folder, and here there's a bunch of Python stuff. If we go to Houdini and Python 3.7 libs, this is all the Houdini stuff that actually is part of Houdini and is built on Python. You can see there's the post library there. There's a new asset browser, actually, layout asset browser for Solaris, but that only works on Solaris and it works on USD. So the one that we're gonna do is gonna be different. So I'm gonna open code here to, yes, I trust side effects. Thank you. See some of the things. Let's go to the layout actually, and you can see the H utility here, imports Qt, and there are some things here that happen with hutil. Let's go to the asset gallery, and this is oh wow, they are using PySide here. What is happening? Was trying to go for their own convention here, and they are using PySide as well. Let's see. So this is what I wanted to go for. Yeah, let's use this. Let's use this convention. If it doesn't work for some reason, we just go back to the way I do it. We just copy it. But this should basically be the same. Hutil is just basically pointing to PySide, so it should be fine if we use that. So let's just copy all this stuff because we are also gonna use these two imports. So let's just copy all this stuff, and I said I'm not gonna use code, but you can use it if you want. I'm gonna to open this with, see, I'm gonna have Tab Pro here. The interface is a little bit small maybe, so I'm gonna make the font a little bit larger on the actual interface. Oh, that's too big. But it's fine. I'm gonna open that folder that we created. That folder here, 19. 3.7 libs mixed asset browser. I'm gonna open that with open in this window. Configure interpreter. And do I configure the interpreter? Yeah, it's fine. I'm just gonna put 3.8 there. I'm gonna open my file. You can see it's there. Again, let's make the font larger. Font, it's 24. Let's make it 30. Apply. That's quite big. Font size. How big do I want to make this? 38. All right, I think that's big enough. 38 is good. It's good. So this is the code that we had. Let's just paste the code that we got. Let's just remove that line. Remove that line. So this is gonna fail here because this doesn't know what these things are. So we need to actually set this up, and that's why I like this editor, because it allows me to do that really easily. Gonna close some of these things that I had here open. Don't save. Okay, so I have that. So here is, this is I'm gonna have gonna have the PyCharm here and Houdini maybe on the other side like that. Accept, apply, whatever. This should be failing now. Cool. Now let's set up this thing to work here. How much time that we're doing? We're fine. I'm gonna set this in. Again, you can set this up in Visual Studio Code as well, but I'm not gonna work on that one. So let's go here to settings. So to the where is that thing? Project here, Python interpreter, and then it's showing me the ones that I have on my machine. Actually, I have one from Houdini here, so we can actually go here to show all. We can actually add the Houdini interpreter if we actually wanted to. We're not gonna really run it from here, so but we can add it. So let's add that. Click there. Click on this little plus. Then go to System Interpreter, and then here we go to this little button and find it. In my case, it's gonna be in OPT HFS 19.0 19.0. Here is gonna be under Python bin. You can see the Python bin is there, executable. In Houdini, in Windows, is gonna be C program file side effects, Houdini, and then Houdini 19, and then Python being that stuff. So we have that. We're gonna use that one, and see now there's two of these, so we can actually maybe rename this one to H19 because we know that this is the one from Houdini 19. And there we go. Select this one, press OK. Now we set that for the project. Still, it's not gonna find everything. If we click apply, you can see it's not gonna find some of these things. It's updating here, saying let me find all the libraries for this interpreter, and it's gonna try to find some things. It's not gonna find most of them. You can see, oh wait, it did find everything. Wow. That is, no, it didn't. Alright, so it didn't find any of that, so we need to do that again. Told you, this first episode is gonna be not much done. That's why I wanted to again show all, and then this guy, let's edit. Oh no, sorry. Click this little button here for the paths. Selecting this one, the one that we're gonna use. Click here, and this is the paths that it is importing or considering. You can see there's some side packages, but that's not what those Houdini libraries are. So let's go to that section. Here in Houdini, in the Houdini folder again, go to Houdini, and then the Python 3.7 libraries. Let me see. I think that's the only one that we need. So again, Houdini, Python 3.7 libraries. Okay. And okay. And okay. I think there's another one I need. But let me get that. And then seems like some of these things are working. Okay, so let's see if it's working now. Let's say who dot there, it's working. Qt display no what is it? UI? Yeah. Display. Okay, there we go. Display message. Okay, that is working then. Cool. So that is working now. So let's now do something with this. Let's make it work. And I had my previous project open here, so we can create a class. So I'm gonna keep this on the side to read it, but I'm gonna type it here. So we're gonna create a class, if I can type class, and then we're gonna call the class exactly like we put it here in the code there. I call it exactly that because we are actually calling that. Let's just paste that. And then we going to make it what is it gonna be? Qt widget? Qt widget dot q widget. That's gonna be the type, or it's gonna inherit from Qt widget. And then we need to give it a default initialization like that. And then we need to give it a super, so it calls the parent's initialization class. And here we need nothing. And that's going to be it for that. So this is basically all we need. Now we can say here, print something, hello from my widget. And this should work now, right? Let's just give it a line at the end, so I'm saving that and then refresh it over here. And look at that, it works. Yeah. So it says hello from my widget. The widget is empty, but it is there. You can see there's no errors here. So now it works and we have a widget here. The widget again is empty, but we can do something now with the widget. Let's create a layout and add it to the add the widget to the main widget here, to the class. So let me delete everything here and let's put a better starting asset browser. This message is going to be deleted, but for now, why is this over there? It's going to be deleted at some point, but it's just going to be there for fun. Right. I think we are on schedule to do what we need to do, hopefully. So let's create a layout here, which is what we need to put things on this. Layout is gonna be let's call this main layout. It's gonna be the main layout, and it's gonna be a Qt widgets that Q box Q vertical box layout. Man, I can see my keyboard over this microphone. Like that. So that is creating a layout. And I'm gonna do this thing that I always do to fix the edges of the content margins to 0. Like that. Let's see. Do I want to format this and save? Save actions. Actions on save. I don't have save actions installed. I'm gonna install it because I want to format my. I don't do this much on Python, but I'm gonna install an extension here. This is part of VS Code. If you already just want to enable that, it's gonna be format on save. That is part of VS Code. Here it's not part of PyCharm, so I just need to install it. And I can have save actions. What did I save actions settings? So I want to activate save actions and reformat file. Let's see if that works for Python. It's not working. It's not working. Reformat code. I mean, reformat code works. Not sure why reformat save actions didn't work. Save actions. Activate save actions on save. The format file. Maybe it doesn't know how to reformat Python code. So it's cool. Let's do it like that. Okay. Let's follow the Python pip and I guess what is that called? Conventions. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the, let's just find that on the internet and tell you what that is. Pip8 is what is Pip8? It's a style guide for Python code. It just tells you how you should name your variables or suggest. So that's why it was having like a little wiggly there that it was telling, you know, Python prefers snake case, and that's what I gave it. So that's fine. All right, so let's just in the widget, this self is this widget that we created, basically this class. So we're gonna set the layout with this layout we created. Set layout. You can see that Qt or PySide doesn't follow the Python conventions because they are like, nah, we're not gonna follow your stuff. It's just because they are, it's adapted from C++, so they are like, okay, whatever. Too many blank lines. You can see Pip8 is it's again telling us too many blank lines, and that's fine. Just do what it says. So this is working now like this. If we refresh, we have okay, set contents margin. Refresh. There we go. That works. Still we have nothing. So let's add something here. Let's just add main layout, add widget. Let's add one widget, and it's gonna be Qt widgets dot Q push button. Q push button, and let's say hello. And there we go. We have a button. Yay! We have the first thing here. Right. Okay, so that is done. Let's move on because, man, we are behind, really. So I have some code that I did. I'm actually gonna look at it here on my laptop on my side because I just coded something really quickly last night just to test the idea and see if this was gonna work. Test the waters, basically. So I wanted to see if this thing was gonna work. Seems like it's gonna work. So my laptop's not opening. Come on, girl. So what are we gonna do? Let's go to the. Where is the website? Let's hide that. Polyhaven API. So as I mentioned, Polyhaven does have a public API. We could see they have an API here. They tell you how to use it. You can see it's live here. If you go there, you can see there's an API. Welcome to the API. There's documentation at this side. Come on, computer. The computer is still opening, and it tells you how to access assets and stuff. Look, for example, if you copy this and put it here, paste that. You can see now. You can see it's giving us all the outdoor assets here. So it's great they provide this. I was scared that if we weren't going to be like scalping their website, maybe calling it too much, they might get mad or something. But seems like they are good with it, so we are gonna use their API. I'm resetting my laptop because yes, that's what you do when laptops don't want to work. Just reset the damn thing. So there's a bunch of documentation here how to access the assets. There's all the code is here, so you could just know exactly how the website accesses everything, which is great. It's great, and we are going to use this to get the assets. Okay, let me see if my laptop wants to cooperate now. Alright, so I know that we're gonna use a few libraries, so let's import JSON and let's import request. Those are our standard standard Python libraries. So that's gonna be all good. Let me find my project now. Here it is. Okay. So we are going to start here. Let's start doing the Polyhaven stuff. And we're going to, let me see, why can I scroll, is it called virtual scroll? Virtual space. Virtual space there. Thank you. Okay. I want to scroll further away. There we go. Okay. Now I can scroll. We're going to create a URL for where we're going to call this. And this is going to be the URL that I show you here. This guy is the HD at the URL we're going to call. So let's put that there. Let's make that, paste that there. So that is it. Let's call all the HDRI images for now. Let's see what we get from there. And then we're going to request that, of course, just by doing a request that get that URL. So that is going to give us a response, or going to get the response for that URL. And now we need, it's JSON. It's a JSON file. You can see here that is a JSON file. So we're going to convert that to something. Let's call this data. And then let's load it as a JSON string. And we want our that content. We want the content of that. That is cool. So let's just print this and see what we have. Data. Yes. So now this is going to be in Houdini lands, right? So let's go here. And let me make this bigger. And click. No. Here. There we go. Look at that. We're getting data. Let me make this. We're getting all the data from the website. This is all the HDR images. You can see it's the categories, the date published, who published it, the tags, all that stuff, which is cool. Let's print data.keys and see what we get there. Now let me do that again. So there we go. We have all this is all the names. It's the dictionary of keys. This is all the names of all the HDR images. Nice, right? So we're getting the data from the website. That is pretty cool, if you ask me. Let's print something else. For example, I know that any of this. Let's grab one of this. Hiker's Cave. Let's grab that one, and let's say print. That is on the data, which is dictionary, right? So let's just put it like that and paste this there. Hiker's Cave. Let's see what we get. Reload. And you can see now we got all the data for that actual HDR. So there's the name of it, the date published, the sponsors, the URL to the sponsor, the date taken, categories, download count, tags. This is great. So this is all most of the information you see on the website as well, which is great. So let's try and get it some of those. Let's get one image at least, which is what I wanted to do. So let's get one of this, any one of this, and you can see this. All of these guys have like 3 images. Like what's this, like the thumbnail, I guess. These are thumbnails at the bottom, but this is like the reference with the render spheres here, and then the image itself and a render using that HDR image, which is great. I want to get this one. So let's right click on this and say that inspect, or yeah, let's inspect, and there this little copy link address, a little URL gives us this. But you can see this is actually getting a PNG file with an extra parameter, which gives us a size, which I might not want to do that. This is basically getting that. I'm not sure if that is faster, but let's get the actual big image for now. It's gonna be something like this. Let's copy that, and we can just paste that here to have it as a reference. Let's put a comment on it so you can see how this is formatted. It's on the CDN for Polyhaven, which is great. So we know that we're not just calling the website, the main website all the time. But the only thing that happens here, you can see this is the call thumbs, and this part is what is changing there. So if we copy this to this port and maybe follow this link here, you can see it's gonna give us that. You can see that's the cave. So that way we can get images from there. So that is pretty cool, right? How do I get the height again? Height 110. Maybe if we get the height 110, it's faster. Seems like it's faster. So that is what's happening. So let's try to put that into a label in VS Code. So VS Code and PySite here. So we have this button. Let's leave that button there. It's fun. Let's create an image label, and this is gonna be a Qt widgets Q label. By default, labels are for adding text. Hello, I am text, but you can also use them to add images. I created this, but I haven't added it to my widget. Let's actually make this remove that line and put it all the way down here. I'm going to remove that line later, but I like to add my widgets at maybe in a specific section. So let's also add main. Let's add the text after the button. Widget. We just need to call it by the name because I already added a name to it. Save that and reload over here. And there you can see we have a text there, which is covering the whole thing here. we don't want that. We want to add a pix map to it. And I always forget how to add it, but let's see, image label that, set pix map, I think it's called. If not, it's going to tell me. If not, it's going to tell me, no, that's wrong. Add pix map here. There, let's see if it works. And it didn't complain, but I don't see it, which I am a little bit worried about, because it didn't fail, but it didn't work. And I'm thinking that maybe I'm not going to be able to get it from the internet, or it's going to be a different, harder to get it. Let's see, QQLabel, pix map. Let's see. This is on C++. Just trying to see if I'm doing this right before I so do I need to create a Q image from it? No, that's what he's attempting. This is really old stuff, right? Do I need to create a pix map first? Oh, maybe. Let's try that. Alright, as I mentioned, this is gonna be all live. So you're getting it, everything here. Pix map is gonna be to QTGUI dot qpixmap. Now we already imported qpixmap map, and this is gonna be the actual map here. Let's do this. Let's see if I'm doing this right. And then here, where we set the pix map, we call it with the pix map. Qt pix map already telling me that it's not working. Qt GUI, like that. Let's see. GT GUI, Qt GUI, dude. Q. Let's see if that is again. It's not failing, but it's not working either. Oh man, this is not great. Let's try to do something that show. Let's do something weird here. So not gonna show. Okay, let's try with a local image for now and see if that is gonna present an issue, and I'm gonna have to find a way to show an actual image from the internet, from the interwebs. Why is this pasting it like that? Let's see. Pasted in Sublime text. Okay, just paste it correctly. So let me delete that. Let's see if this was actually working. I think this should work without the need to create a pix map. But yeah, there we go. So this is a local image here from my computer. Just loading it from my pictures folder. And that is working, but we can't get it from the internet for some reason. So that's gonna be maybe something that we're gonna investigate maybe next week. Do I press I load internet image? So I think we need to do some async asynchronously loading the images from the internet, I think. I'm looking at an example here to see if how they are adding some image. Somebody has a video about it. Display image from the web QQLabel. Should be. Whoa, that is not what I want to see. So let's see if how this is the URL of the image. What are you doing? Load from data. It's loading. Let's see what is it doing. So it's creating an image and then loading it from the URL and then applying that as a fixed map. Let's see. Do I need to? Let me undo. Wait, no. Too much undo. He's doing that. I'm gonna try to get this working. Set fixed map with this image. But this, before this, we need to load from data. Let's see. Let's call image. It's gonna be a Q image, which qt widgets that q. Yeah, no, it's not here. It's Q images. Q image is gonna be in QTGUI. QTGUI that Q image. That's gonna be a Q image, and let's say image that load from data, and then we're gonna load it from this site. Never done this thing from a website, so always done it from a local. Then do that and say do QTGUI QPix map image. Let's see what happens with that. Supporter signature, load from there as string. Damn it. That is not working for us. Get request get URL. Oh, okay. Let's put all the other thing. Request get that image. Content. And it's doing something. Maybe it's gonna crash. Who knows? QTGUI has no QPix man. That's good. That's good. Fix map. It's doing something. Hey, we got the image. Yeah. All right. So we got the image. That's awesome. But that took quite a while, right? That took quite a while to get it. I don't like that. I don't like that. Let's try to get this with the hide it. If we refresh this, is it faster? Yeah, if we refresh, yeah, it's not faster. It's kind of slow. I don't like that it's slow. Let's wait a minute. Why are you pasting it like that? Let's just remove. Just type the code here. Height equals 110. Let's see if we get that. Yeah, that was way faster. So this is gonna be maybe the way we're gonna get those images. Cool. We can get another one. Let's see. Let's get another image from here. Portland landing pad. Copy. Paste it here. Paste. Save. And there we go. So that is working. That is great. Hotel room. Let's copy that one. Let me duplicate this line. And why are you there? I'm gonna get this to be the full image just so we can see it. And then we're gonna end on that. There we go. Hotel room. It's been loaded from the internet to our Houdini viewport. That is amazing. Awesome. We're gonna have to have some way of caching this to this. So once we load the images, once we download it, and we don't have to download it all the time. So, and see ways so that we can make this faster, because right now it's a little bit slow to get the images. So we're gonna have to see what are we gonna do with that. But I guess for now, that is gonna be it. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it for now. Okay, we got what we wanted. We have our first image from the website directly into our Houdini panel. So that is actually great. We'll worry about optimizing this later. For now, it's working. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed this first episode. A lot more stuff's gonna come in this series, so stay tuned. And again, if you want the code for this, it's gonna be available on my Patreon, and you can see the link below this video. Support me here, support me there, please, and you'll get the code for this and the tool when it's done. All right, thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the next one.